Hey guys, how's it going? I've had some unusual situations occurring with my older videos. I did a tutorial to Stairway to many moons ago, and I wanted to redo my tutorial on Stairway to because I accidentally included some audio from Stairway to the original song on the videos like I usually do, and that caused a bit of kerfuffle with Led Zepp and YouTube, and they took all the sound out, so it's a useless tutorial now. So what I wanted to do is redo the tutorial again in HD, and anytime I would have usually had the band music, I'm going to use Herb Alpert's Spanish Fleet. So let's take a look. Let's have a look at the first section. I want to start from 5 of the second string and 7 of the third. I'm going to play them together as a chord, and then just bend that ring finger up and back. And I work down this little pentatonic run. Okay, that's going to start from 5 of the first string, and then I'm going to do a pull off from 8 to 5 on the second. And after that, I follow that up with a pull off from 7 to 5 on the third, and then play 7 of the fourth. So all together. Okay, with the bend at the start now, a little bit slower. Okay, I follow that up with this. So all I'm doing here is a pull off from 7 to 5 on the third string, a pull off from 7 to 5 on the fourth, and I'm just hitting 8 of the fifth, and adding some gentlemanly vibrato to that. So all together. Okay, let's have a look at the second chunk. I want to slide from 8 to 10 on the second string, and then I hit 8 at the first string twice, and I hit it a third time, and I slide from 8 to 10. So I go. Then after that, I go back to 8 at the first string, and then 10 at the second. So I go. All together. Then after that, I want to slide from 8 to 10 on the second string, and then jump back to 8 of the first. So I go. You'll notice I'm using my pointer finger twice. It's kind of all I've got left, so it does look a little bit awkward, but it's the best that you can do with what you got. So let's try it from the start. Okay, then the end of that phrase is this. What I've got there is a pull off from 10 to 8 on the first string and 10 to 8 on the second. Then I jump to 10 of the third with my ring. And to finish that little chunk off, I've got a hammer on from 8 to 10 on the second string. So I go. Let's try the whole phrase again a little bit slower. Okay, section 3 is a bit of a beast. I want to start off again with that dual bend idea we had in the first section, so 5 of the second and then a bend on 7 of the third, and I'm working down this big pentatonic run. So let's slow that down. So I've got that bend at the start, and then I go. So I'm going to borrow the exact phrase that we had in the first section. 5 of the first, 8 to 5 on the second string, 7 to 5 on the third, and then 7 of the fourth. Okay, then I go. This is also quite similar to, I'm doing a pull off from 7 to 5 on the third and 7 to 5 on the fourth. And then I go. So what I've got here is 7 of the fifth string, 5 of the fourth, and 7 of the fourth as well. So I'm actually picking all these notes. So the most recent chunk that I added to that was this. So all together thus far, a little bit slower. the end of that I go. So what I'm playing here is 5 of the 3rd string, 7 of the 4th, and then back to 5 of the 3rd string twice. So we'll go all together one more time. Okay, now the next bit, I've just got an open G on the 3rd string. I go. After I hit that open G, for a 3rd time, we're going to borrow this pentatonic phrase from 5 of the 1st and the one that ends on 7 of the 4th. So to quickly reiterate, 5 of the 1st, pull off from 8 to 5 on the 2nd, pull off from 7 to 5 on the 3rd, and then 7 of the 4th string. So we'll go. Okay, then the end of that goes. So what I've got here is a pull off from 7 to 5 on the 3rd string, and then 2 pull offs from 7 to 5 on the 4th. So I've got 2 picks there. 2. And then that ends on 8 of the 5th like we had in the first section. So from the open note on the G, I'll do that much nice and slow. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. Let's put it with the first half. We'll put the whole thing together now a little bit slower. Okay, section 4 is this big chunky build-up. Hopefully that's all making sense. So what I want to do here, let's do that little phrase. I want to slide from 5 to 7 on the 4th, work down this little arpeggio. I'm playing 5 of the 3rd and 6 of the 2nd. Okay, then after that I've got this phrase. So what I'm doing there is a pull off from 7 to 5 on the 3rd string, I'm playing 7 of the 4th, and then jumping back to 5 of the 3rd string. So it goes all together. Okay, hopefully that's making sense. Now we're going to add this little phrase to it. Now you notice that I'm ending this phrase on my pointer. It looks a little bit awkward, but if I do slide with my middle finger, it does make the rest of that section a little bit easier. So I'm sliding with my middle from 7 to 9 on the 3rd string, and then I go. So I slide from 7 to 9 on the 3rd, I hit 8 of the 2nd string twice and then hammer to 10, and then I want to jump to 8 of the 1st string. A little bit slower. Okay, let's go from the start of the section a little slower now. And then we go to this phrase. So I've got a slight bend on 10 of the 1st string. Sorry about the construction going on out there. And then I play 10-8 twice. So a slight bend, 10-8, 10-8. All together thus far. Then it goes into this phrase. So I pretty much do exactly the same thing on the first 2 strings. I play a bend up and back on 15. So playing it both ways. And then I play 13 of that string. And then do the same thing on the 2nd string. 15 up and back. And then I play 13 there as well. So all together. And then I want to resolve that on 14 of the 3rd. Let's try from the start of the section nice and slow now. Okay, the start of section 5 has the same phrase 10 times in a row, so I'm just going to be doing this. So on and so forth. So let's start from 13 of the 2nd string. When I do a bend up and back into a pull off on 15, I pull back to that 13. And then that little phrase is going to end on 14 of the 3rd string. So I go 10 times as I said. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And it goes into that little phrase there. So let's have a look at this. What I'm doing there is a slide from 15 to 17 on the 2nd string. and then I play 15 to 17 on the first string as just regular notes. And then at the end of that I go into this phrase. So let's slow that down. I'm playing 17 of the second string and then 15 of the first. Then back to 17 on the second string, and then I slide from 15 to 13 with my pointer on the second string. Then I play 14 of the third string with my middle finger. So I go. Okay, then from there I jump back down to 13 of the second string, and then I do a pull off from 15 to 13. So I go. And then back up to 14 of the third string. So I'll go nice and slow from the start of this little chunk. One more time. Okay, then there's only one more little chunk at the end. So what I'm doing is I'm playing 13 of the second string, bending 15 up. While I'm sustaining that, I play 15 of the first string with my pinky. Then I bring the bend down, and then pull that off to the 13 of that same string. So I'll go. After that pull off, I'm resolving that on 14 of the third string. Okay, let's take it from that silly group of 10 at the start, and then we'll do the whole phrase. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so this last group is when we start dealing with those call-off responses. There's one little melody going in the background, and then we're just sort of filling in those gaps between this. So the first one goes like this. Alright, let's slow that down. We're going to slide from 15 to 17 on the second string, and then I play 15, 17, 15 on the first. Okay, now this is a bit strange. I've got to slide from 17 to 15, and then I pull off to the 13. So I think it's good to kind of have the pointer there the whole time, so that when you get there you can pull it off instead of trying to put it there after the slide. So thus far, okay, then I hit 14 of the third string, and then I do a pull off from 15 to 13 on the second string again, and then I jump to 14 of the third. So thus far, okay, the last bit of that goes. So I'm just playing 13 of the second string and then a big bend on 15 of the second. So that whole little chunk. Okay, then we're working to this little phrase after that. So what I've got here, two bends here. I've got sort of a longish bend at the start on 12 of the second, and then a quick one, and then I jump to 10 of the second string. So it goes. And then at the end of that I go. So I play 12 of the third, 10 of the second, and then a big bend on 12 of the third. And add some gentlemanly vibrato to that. So let's try that whole little chunk. So from the start. Okay, then after that I work into this phrase. So this is a pretty massive bend. I use my middle and my pointer for this. I'm starting from 6 of the second string. It's kind of, I think it's about a tone and a half, and the note itself is a little bit strange. I think it's a G sharp. So I'm doing that big bend, and I bend it down. So I've got that huge tone and a half bend. I bring it back down. Then I go to 5 of the third, 5 of the second string, sorry. And I go. So all I'm doing there is playing 7/5 twice on the third string. And I go. So what I've got here is a hammer on into a pull off. Sorry about that. Hammer on into a pull off 7, 9, 7. And I jump back to 5 of the third string. And I go. So what I'm doing here is playing 5 of the third string twice, and then 7 of the fourth just to finish that solo go. So this new little chunk goes. Hopefully that's making sense, and then we work into this. So I've got sort of a little lead in here. I play 17 on the second string and 17 of the first. And then I want to do this little phrase 5 times. So what I've got here is a pull off from 20 to 17 on the first. And then I'm playing 17 at the second string sort of go. I do find that when you get into those speeds, it's easier to back pick the first pull off and then down pick the second string. So I do 5 of those in a row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a big bend on 20 to finish that. That's a little better. Let's try and put the whole thing together from the start of this section a little slower. And that's it. That's the Stairway to Solo. Hope you guys have enjoyed that in HD. I'll catch you real soon.